But of course, Airbnb is set to report earnings after the bell today. So stay tuned for After the Call as Brian Sozzi and Brad Smith break down the top headlines from Airbnb's commentary. Now, personally, what I'm watching for from Airbnb is the outlook for demand. The likes of Hilton, Royal Caribbean, and of course, a lot of these travel operators saw a strong outlook leading to the stock gaining after these reports. And now most analysts are pretty bullish that Airbnb could follow suit. There are, however, some wrinkles in the sheets for Airbnb that could prevent them from seeing gains. A few things to keep an eye on, or if you're listening to the call, an ear on, include the company seeing a potential slowdown in bookings. We saw that mentioned in November, as well as an adverse impact from a strong dollar. They do have a lot of international exposure. You also have the supply of rooms and homes, as rentals could see an impact since affordability is still an issue. You have rising interest rates, a lot of people not wanting to have that second home and rent it out as an Airbnb listing. And then, of course, those rising mortgage rates on the radar for Airbnb investors. All right, well, let's do a final check of the markets before we go. We see that all three are in negative territory. They're actually near their session lows as the sell-off continues into the noon hour. You see the Dow, they're off more than 350 points, down 1% on the day. The S&P, they're also losing ground, down about 0.8%. Their tech-heavy NASDAQ also down there, 0.7%, losing about 84 points. Also want to take a look at what's trending in terms of tickers on the Yahoo Finance website at the moment. You see Palantir up at the top there. They reported their earnings, but that wasn't all that was causing excitement there. We saw that the CEO gave an update about some M&A action, possibly piquing investors' interest there, saying that obviously this is their first ever profitable quarter on a GAAP basis, but suggesting that the company could be attracting some possible acquirers. So, of course, all that buzz helped send the stock up. You see there, up there, about 13% on the day. Also taking a look at Avis Budget there, up almost 6% on the day. Coca-Cola, a bit of a gauge there on perhaps how consumers are feeling, what they're willing to spend on. We did also mention, though, some of those high orange prices that Alexandra Semenova mentioned there when we talk about some of the commodities that could be biting into Coca-Cola. Marriott reporting there, also giving us an idea of what's been happening in the travel sector. And chipmaker Nvidia there, up about 3% on the day.